Food is life. Food is love. Food is what brings us all together. Here on A Taste of the Food Life, we're ready to talk about all things food. So pull up a chair and join us. Welcome to A Taste of the Food Life. Good evening and welcome to this week's episode of A Taste of the Food Life. I am Sergio Barrera, the sexy potato. Joining me as always is the lovely nurse hot stuff herself, Susan Chisholm. Susan, welcome.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good as well. It's been a interesting couple of days, but I'm happy to finally be sitting down talking food.
Yeah. I need water. Talk, say something.
So as you can see, we're not sponsored by Circle,
Okay, I'm
but
back.
he's using a Circle water bottle, which
Water
I as
bottle.
well have. Water bottle.
The Walla Bottle.
Circle water bottles. We're not
Yes,
sponsored by
I
them.
am. Is
but we
that
should be.
Alistair?
That is Alistair. He is my co-pilot for the evening.
Oh,
He's being
well,
a tacky McTackerson.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's a cutie. Are you gonna show him off?
I will. For you guys, I will, at the risk of losing my hands. Are you ready? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Alistair, Sir Alistair
What a
Hammerlock.
cutie.
Look at the camera.
Oh, yeah. Now he's gonna eat your hand.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
There we
it's
go.
always good to see another ginger adopted, and yeah, he's a cutie.
He is. He's great. Now he's attacking my hand, but that's fine. The things I go
All
through
right.
for you.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. I want to say hello to our friend Angie, who's joined us and
Yes.
says hello. Thank you for being here. As we get to what is, I guess, episode 3 of the relaunch of A Taste of the Food Life, the podcast.
Episode 3. Yep.
And yeah, it's going to be fun because tonight we have a very special episode. I'm going to say that every week so that people can't tell whether one is or not. But Susan, what are we talking about tonight?
Special. Tonight we are talking all things condiments.
That's right.
You name it, we'll talk about it.
It's a food show. So, yeah, no. But yeah, it's yeah. So I'm getting a message and I need to check if we are broadcasting all over the place. And
Yes.
just want to make sure.
We had a
because
couple technical difficulties.
yeah, we're still
it's
trying
kind
to
of a
figure
rough
stuff
start.
out. So,
But
but that's all right.
yeah.
We can
So
figure this out. So, in the meantime, as we it's a new show, and we
It's
want to
work
give
out
people an
kinks.
opportunity to just kind of experience what we are doing. So
Yes.
it does say
Having
we
fun.
are live,
Yes, we are.
and I'm trying to figure out why it doesn't seem to be. Oh, there it is.
There we are.
And yeah, it looks like we are fine. So
Excellent.
cool.
Excellent. Well, congratulations. We made it through.
Yes, we did. So big thank you to Colin for always looking out. But we are live, so I'm very happy about that. And yeah, so thank you for your patience as we work out some glitches, including my new sexy microphone. So
Yes.
yeah, based on the recommendation of Nurse Hot Stuff herself. So, but
As you can
yeah.
see,
So
not
yeah,
sponsored
we've
by
confirmed that we are live. So we're gonna go ahead and focus on the show.
Yeah.
And
time.
yeah, so do we have a banner for tonight's show?
We do. It's
'Cause-
called. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe we don't. It's all about condiments.
Goodness gracious.
I was ready to jump in with the topics individually. So all about condiments.
Got it. It's crazy about condiments, but we'll go with all about condiments. The point is we're going to talk about condiments tonight. And before we get to that, though, as we always do, show to show, week to week, we are going to do our tasting. So we have
We are.
our opening segment of the show, which we taste some products. And once again, Susan, these are products that you introduced me to. One of them I heard about from a friend, and you were able to locate. So,
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
what do we got?
So the first thing that we're tasting, so we have a sweet and a savory. So at least according in Sergio's mind, we have to have the savory before we have the sweet.
Absolutely, that's a rule.
So we're going to start with our savory one, which is not the one that our friend introduced or suggested to us. We are going to first taste this product. I actually was walking down looking for something else in the like in the snack, like in the Asian snack aisle. And what I came across was this product here. It is by Calbee, Jagarico Hokkaido butter flavored potato snack. So it's not a potato stick as I was previously thinking it was. It is a potato snack according to the bottom
Yeah.
here. We're not going to look at the health at the nutrition facts. We're just not gonna.
Oh, no, we're not.
So put it down.
Yeah.
So this is our first thing. So the secret
This
is
is
pairing
a
hearty potatoes with authentic Hokkaido Hokkaido
yeah.
butter.
So originally a product of Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and of course this is well, it says imported and distributed by Calbee America out of California. So
Yes.
yeah, let's oh, that
Let's
was
give it a
easy to
try.
open.
Oh,
I'm a big fan of shops that sell
that was easy to open.
imported snacks from all over, and this is I don't think I've had this one, to be totally honest. It looks familiar, but all right. So did you talk about the baked potato picture on the front
No,
that
I
I
did
couldn't see
not.
initially?
It is a baked potato.
Yeah,
As
of
you
course.
can see, and then there's
I
also
missed.
one over here.
Yeah, I missed the very obvious baked potato on the wrapper, but
And the giraffe here is enjoying potato snacks.
yes,
But
absolutely.
like look at what the picture looks like. Those look
Yeah.
delicious. So I'm gonna pop
I mean,
it open. Looks like French
these are
fries. It looks
yeah,
like French fries to me.
right.
Uh-oh. I don't think I'm gonna be able to eat this by myself.
Oh, not at all. I'm ready. I don't know about you.
I'm ready.
All right, here we
What?
go. 3, 2, 1.
They are crunchy.
Yep.
Very crunchy.
I want to see if people can hear the crunch.
I could hear it.
Yeah, I annoyed myself. So, yeah, these are good. These are a winner. And
So
they're not as salty as I thought they might be, especially with 280 milligrams.
that's actually not bad at all.
I love
And
that
that's
the
for the
one
entire
serving
bag
size. I love that one serving size is one bag.
because they know. They know.
Yeah. And
Dang.
I'm getting the butter.
Mm.
It's coming through.
It's so delicious.
Mhm.
Dang it. I was kind of hoping that I wouldn't like these because I'm supposed to try to be eating healthier.
Oh, this bag's going to last me days because, yeah, they're not overly salty, which I like about that. But in addition to that, they're tasty. And we found these at our local grocery store, HEB. So I imagine at any standard grocery chain, you should be able to locate this product.
HEB, shop local, as we say.
And if you're not near an HEB, but somewhere else, then
shop your locals, local grocery chain.
So yeah, that was good. That was good, but I need to cleanse my palate.
Again, not sponsored by Circle Water, but we could be.
Yeah.
What's up, Circle?
All right. So just a bit of an update. If you're watching us, there is a chance that you might be watching us on a bit of a delay. So if you do chat and we miss, we are on the lookout for comments. So we thank you for being here.
Yeah.
But anywho, okay. So that was our first product. Once again, the is it Hagarico? We should
I,
probably
I
look
said
that up.
I said I said Jagarico, but it could be
It
Hagarico.
could be, but either way, it's Hokkaido butter is the flavor, and it was delicious. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. All right, so let's move on to the next item then, if you would please. What do we got, Susan?
So the next thing, this is the product that was recommended to us by our friend. They are freeze dried crunchy bears. So they started their life as a gummy bear, and then were put in a freeze dryer and became crunchy bears. Look at the size of them. If you know the size of regular gummy bears, they're usually about that big, and
Right.
these are clearly larger. So
Well, and I wonder if that has to do with the fact that the freeze dried, like I had freeze dried Skittles, and they
mhm,
poofed up, right? And
yes,
so I wonder. Obviously, I would say that's what caused this.
hmm
Um, but with the thing about freeze dried products is they're more of a novelty, but they started out as a way of creating food that was um, to some degree preserved a certain way, but
yes.
made it more transportable, right?
hmm
Um, and so I'm kind of excited about this because I want to see if this will change my mind about gummy bears overall, because they're not my favorite snack.
Hmm. Interesting. I have to say, and again, throwing back to HEB, I guess you can say I'm not the biggest fan of gummy bears,
Yeah,
but the HEB has a gummy butterfly, which has slightly different flavors than their gummy bears.
yeah,
I can put away bags of those gummy butterflies,
yeah,
bags of them. So,
yeah. So I'm used to like Haribo being sort of the main gummy bear brand.
mhm,
Um, but I think when we went, I know you and I picked up a few of these together,
yes,
and I think we agreed that there's probably something here in terms of them not being able to use the brands of the original
yes,
candies, because there's also the peach rings and one that we think is sweet tarts.
hmm
So
possibly
which
sweet
we
tarts.
can bring in a future episode.
And
But
yeah,
yeah, this is so good, SOW good candy.
I'm trying
So
to figure
freeze
out if
dried
it's
crunchy
so
bears,
good
not
or
even gummy
how.
bears because they're not gummy anymore,
They're
but
crunchy.
they're made from gummy bears. All right, what color are you going with?
Um, right on the top is a pinkish red. I don't really know.
This one? That'll do.
It'll do.
All
Look
right.
how big that is compared to like a
Yeah.
normal size gummy bear. All right, ready?
Yeah, it's definitely expanded from the looks of it. I mean, if people can tell, like it's basically blown up.
Yeah, and there's like craters in it.
Yeah. So, all right, ready?
Yes.
I'm excited. Here we go. Oh,
Oh my
wow.
god.
Ooh. Okay. That's the one I'm having. Oof. That is sugary.
They're very sweet. And especially
I'm not
considering that
surprised,
no.
but dang.
Whew, you and I have both been on this a journey of health, and we've both kind
Taking a
of
small break.
we've cut out sweet stuff.
Yeah.
So when you have sweet stuff, it's extra sweet.
Yeah, it really is. Wow. And here's the funny part is I'm so tempted to try another one, but I won't. Yeah, I will. I'm doing one more.
I
It's
absolutely
only
did.
it's only you did.
Oh
All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, those are the potato snacks. Grab the wrong bag. Let's see
yeah.
here. What color did you go with?
I did a white one. Seems like
Okay,
pineapple maybe.
I think I'll do green. Let's do green.
I'll do green one.
Mm, wow. Yeah,
Ugh,
that's a Jolly
what
Rancher
goes that?
green apple.
Not sure about
That
that.
is pure Jolly Rancher green apple flavor. So wow. Okay. Well, not bad. I mean, they're delicious,
They are.
but my
They're very
palate
sweet.
Yeah, my palate is not used to that whatsoever. So, all right. Um, would I buy them again? Absolutely. Should I? At this point in my life, probably not. So,
Nope. Me neither.
but
That
go
was
out
great
and get them.
tasting.
And shout out to our friend Lucy, who is the one who told me about the gummy bears.
Hmm.
And yeah, now I'm curious about the other two products. So find them, Susan. So
I will. I will. I will begin my
I'll go to
search.
the store this weekend because I know they're in San Antonio. So, so I'll
I'm
find a way to
excited.
get you yours.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'm
I think
excited.
Alistair agrees with us. So there you go. That is this week's tasting. Two different snack products that could not be more different. So
No, no, but delicious.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So that is our tasting for the week. And we encourage you, if you have suggestions as to products
Yes.
you wish us to taste on air, we are open to that. You can leave a comment in the chat if you're watching right now and have an idea. Or if you're watching this later, leave a comment. And
Leave a
we'll
comment.
be checking them on a regular basis to come up with different ideas. And
Hmm.
yeah, so let us know. All right. So we are here to talk about condiments today. We
Yes.
are a food channel as it is. And so we decided that condiments would be the topic of choice. And we've got a few things that we're going to sort of dilly dally around with in terms of this. So um, I guess we should just start like condiments. Susan, where do you land? I mean, do you need condiments on your food? I know people who don't. Where are you in the world of condiments and whether they're necessary or not?
I I I love most condiments,
Yep.
and there are foods that I absolutely can't. I can't eat without having condiments.
Hmm.
um, and we can I can bring up some examples here in just a second, but I can tell you like there's I think every day at least one part of one meal every day has some kind of condiment on it
Right.
because that's what they're made for. They're made for being delicious.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm over here trying to put up a banner, but I can't seem to find one. So I thought we had it. So yeah. So condiments for me are a necessity in some cases. It's kind of funny because as you know, Jen is not really a sauce person. Are sauces condiments?
some some sauces are condiments.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Now I'm thinking. It feels like sauces would be its own category. But back to my
N-
point, Jen is not a big like sauce person on food, and
right.
so condiments kind of fall in that with her. Whereas with
Hmm.
me, sauce all day, condiments all day. I'm not overly picky about condiments. Um,
Right.
and so I mean, I find them to be a nice addition. Um, but have you ever been in a situation where you're eating something that is condiment friendly, but it's so good that you're like, nope, don't want to ruin it. It doesn't need ketchup or it doesn't need,
So if I'm understanding, like say, like a meal that I would something that I would typically eat with a condiment, but it's so good I just decide not to eat
yeah.
like to eat it without. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Give me an
There are
example.
some. So perfect example was what you brought up earlier was French fries
Hmm.
with ketchup.
Okay.
Ketchup, as you know, is a lot of sugar and it's got a little bit of a tang and a sweetness to it. But sometimes you get really, really well made French fries
Right.
that you just want that like rich potato salty flavor and you
Right.
don't want to cover it up with ketchup.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. For me, I can tell you, I've had burgers that for me, I mean, obviously it might have come with mustard, mayo, perhaps, but like I
Hmm.
didn't have to add anything to it. Right.
Hmm.
Fries is obviously same for me. I've had
Yeah.
Lamb Weston frozen fries. I mean, they're just right out of the oven. Are
Oh gosh.
fantastic.
So good.
Um, but yeah, that's the thing is condiments are one of those things that it's good to know they're out there.
Hmm.
They shouldn't be placed in a position where they're used to try to improve something that isn't good, right? I think that's
I
unfair to the condiment.
I agree.
Um, but it should always be a situation where the food that condiments are used for
Hmm.
should have the ability to shine through and go, you know what? I don't need that today. That's the versatility of a condiment.
I mean, I agree with that point. You're because if you're trying to use a condiment to save a food of some kind, that's
Yeah.
putting a lot of weight
Right.
on that condiment, like
On the
on its
condiment.
shoulders.
Yeah.
you know, um, and it's meant to enhance flavors
Yep.
of foods, not to overpower them, not to kill them, not to improve them. It's just enhance. It's just
Yeah.
go hand in hand, be buddies with it. So yeah, no.
Yeah. No, I agree, and that's the interesting thing. I mean, we literally knew we could build a conversation and show around the whole notion of condiments because they are so critically important to food, but
Hmm.
not always necessary, right?
Right.
And that's kind of
I
the beauty
agree.
of it. So, what I thought we would do, as sort of the next portion of this conversation, is do a little bit of a ranking of sorts of condiments. And I'm going
I
to
like.
have to acknowledge to our friend Angie, who says tartar sauce is a must for fish or shrimp. I
Mhm.
completely forgot to put tartar sauce on this list. I should have thought of that. So,
Boo.
all
I'm just
right.
kidding.
So yeah, tartar sauce definitely is a condiment that I am definitely big on because I can eat fish on its own without it, but there are some fish that need are enhanced, as you said, by a good tartar sauce. All right.
Yeah, I don't eat seafood, so
Right, right, right.
I'll
So
take
yeah,
your word for
speaking for myself. All right, cool. So
it.
here we have a tier ranking system that we're going to use. We have 10 condiments that we're going to rank A, B, C, and D. S tier means it is spectacular and
Mhm,
must exist in the realm of condiments.
mhm.
D would be, eh, I could do without it. Right?
Eh,
Never use it. Really don't use it too often. Now, some may debate the condiments that I've included on this list, but I mean, you can, but whatever. And
you
so, yeah,
do.
you do you. Yeah. So, uh, let's go ahead. I'm not going to necessarily go in the order that they're listed
Okay,
because I think it's probably good to start with a condiment that sort of sets a good baseline, right?
right?
And
Yeah,
so if you're ranking something as an A, then it's top notch, needed, necessary. An S would be like
can't
a
live
good
without it.
one of these you can't live without, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see how we do. So we're going to average out you, me, and the chat. All right. Right now, the chat, we got a few folks in there, but, or that are watching, and we appreciate that.
Yeah,
Angie's been joining us. So if she likes to join in, and we invite her and anyone else to put your
anybody.
ranking in the chat, and we'll do a rough average. Rough because math is hard. And so we'll see where they end up. So,
It's true, it's true.
so why don't we start with ketchup, Susan? On a A to D ranking, where do you or S to D ranking, where do you put ketchup in your opinion?
I think I use ketchup a lot.
Mhm.
I would say for me an A tier, we'll say an A tier,
Okay. All right.
'cause I
Um,
can live without it, if I need to.
yeah. For me, it's a B because same
Hmm,
reason. I can do without it. A to me is like, yeah, I gotta have it. Um, and
I
I
prefer
can
it
probably list more foods that need it, not need it, but that are better with it.
with our better
Uh,
yeah.
but B.
Fair.
Oh, here we go. Ketchup is a C for me, says Angie. Oh man, that's gonna
Ooh,
put it into the B
dang.
tier. So A,
I mean,
B,
that's
and
perfect.
C. Yep.
A, B, and C.
So
I put it in
we're gonna
squarely in B.
move ketchup squarely into the B column. All right, fantastic.
Oh, I
All
like
right, and
that.
thank you.
That's a neat little
system.
device you got there. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Sergio knows what he's doing sometimes.
Sometimes.
All right. Sometimes, yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's go with some of these are going to cause debate. Maple syrup. Maple syrup is on this list. And we could even, if you want to modify it, Susan, it can
Okay.
be syrup in general. Like it doesn't have to, but maple syrup. I think of pancakes. I think of French toast. But there are various forms of syrups for those kinds of dishes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, if we're going specifically maple,
mhm.
I would say C
Okay,
because I'm not the biggest fan of maple.
yeah.
For the longest time, I wasn't a big fan of maple at all.
Mm.
Um, and actually, let me correct that. I'm going to say B
Yeah.
because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? Anytime I eat pancakes or waffles, I have maple syrup.
Okay.
Um, but it's not like the one that I would go to immediately for.
Angie weighs in with a B as well, which is going to make this a B level tier because for me, maple syrup is a strong C. I know of other syrups that I prefer to use, but hey, the averages win out. So we're going to
Mhm.
put our maple syrup into tier B as a condiment. All right. Again, people can argue whether or not that's a condiment or not, but I think it is, especially because a condiment can be put on or also dipped. And when I have French
Yes.
toast, I dip. I don't pour over. I don't know about you.
Uh,
Or
most
do
of
you
the
use syrup?
time for French toast,
Yeah.
it depends because sometimes, often, I guess, I get stuffed French toast.
Ah,
So it doesn't need syrup because it's already sweet.
gotcha. That
Um,
makes sense.
but hmm. But okay, so I'll tell you, there are French toast sticks you can buy in the freezer section.
Yes,
Just don't judge
I
me.
am aware.
And you dunkity dunk those guys. Also,
Indeed.
they have breakfast breakfast corn dogs
Corn dogs. Absolutely.
that are like breakfast
Absolutely.
sausage wrapped in a pancake, and those you can't help but dip. You have to dip it. So
Yep.
there you go.
Listing all the things I can't have. Thanks, Susan. So,
You're welcome.
all right. Let's move on to something savory. Ranch dressing.
Oh. Oh.
I don't mind jumping in and saying I'm A, maybe S.
I'm an S tier on ranch 100%.
Yeah.
I especially okay, and everybody else in the chat knows, ranch is different at different places.
Yeah.
So if you go to like Wingstop, for example, Wingstop has seriously top tier the best ranch ever.
Oh, absolutely.
And I am not ashamed to admit that I may or may not have, you know, dunked things and gotten extra ranch on it just to have the ranch.
Oh, the fries, the fried
Oh,
corn.
no.
Like
No, I'm
the list
talking
goes
about,
on.
like, there's no
Your
chicken
hand.
left on this, and I'm gonna be
Oh,
like,
got it. Got it. All right. So we are 3 deep into our tier, and we've got some new voters. So we're gonna leave the
"Yes,
first 2
please."
where they're at. But I want to say hello to our friends Savage and Gator, as well as Captain Sparkle Pants, who have joined. For those who have just joined in the chat, we are ranking condiments and we are up to ranch. So we're going to
Yes,
go A to D, or S tier is higher than A. You
yes.
can't live without it. So in the chat, if you
Superlative.
want to vote on ranch, please type in your rating A, B, C, or D, or S. S being the top ultimate. So
Yes.
far, where did you land on yours, Susan?
S tier, 100%.
S tier, 100%. All right, I'm an A on ranch because I use it for a lot more than what it's intended for. So we
Mhm.
need. Let me see. Angie has said ranch avocado is an A for me. I'll count that as an A for ranch because there are flavored
Ooh.
ranches. Okay, so we have an
There
S, 2 A's. Now we have a B. So it's still hovering in
neck and
A
neck.
tier.
There is also a dill pickle ranch. And you know me and my obsession with dill
Oh,
pickles.
okay. So we've got a comment, but not a letter. I can almost guess. Kevin Sparkleprince very maturely says ranch is also poo poo. So, or ranch is poo poo. So, we're going to count that as a D.
Cabin Sparkle Pants, would you kindly select a letter that is on the screen, A through D or S? Yeah, probably a D for him. He
Yeah.
doesn't, this conversation is lost on Cabin Sparkle Pants. He is not a super big fan of condiments in general.
All right. Well, I'm
So
going to go with D for Dudu Kaka, which was his last comment. And we'll count that as a D. All right. So we have an S. We have two A's. We have a B and a D. So I think we're still
that's a
hovering in
B.
A B territory. We'll give a few more seconds in case Gator wants to weigh in. Oh, he says Pizza Blazes have the best ranch, but I think we need a
Oh,
letter. So we'll give
I'm
him 3,
them's
2,
fighting words.
1.
Nope, that gets a B.
All right. So we're going to go
Yep,
B
I,
for ranch
B.
dressing is the average. So let me go ahead and put that in the B. Man, a lot of B's for condiments today so
Yeah,
far. All
bummer.
right. Now, the other thing we mentioned earlier, for those of you who might have just joined in, is you may argue that some of these aren't condiments. And I'm going to go with one that you might think that, because soy sauce. Susan, in your opinion, am I right to put soy sauce in as a condiment?
So, in my opinion, it is a condiment because you use it to enhance food. Yes, you can use
Yep.
it in recipes too, but you can use any of those things in recipes. Like,
Sure.
so for me, like especially when you're eating, any kind of Asian food, you can dip in soy
Right.
sauce. You can drizzle it over top.
Yep.
Soy sauce is there. So I think that it is a condiment. So I would I
All
would
right.
I would vote for condiment.
For all those reasons, I agree. And we have agreement in the chat as well. Cabot Walker Pan starts us off with an S tier rating for soy sauce. So
Whoa.
starting high. Where do you land, Susan?
I would say probably an A.
Okay. All right. Angie has weighed in with an A as well.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come in with agreeing with Captain Sparkle Pants that soy sauce is an S level condiment because I use it on other things than what it's intended for. And
Ooh,
so we
tell
have
me.
2 S's and we have 2 A's. So I'll say
Mhm.
we're leaning towards an S rating if we can get one more.
So
So we
tell
need
me
a
tell me what you mean
tiebreaker
about
here.
that. About that what do you use it for that it's not its intended purpose as you just said?
There are times when I'll sprinkle it on a burger. I will put it into dip wings in it, not like heavily, but as a what do you call it?
A little flavor. Just a
Yeah, a little bit of
touch.
flavor. I make my wing sauce has soy in it, and so I use it as a part of recipes and stuff. So yeah, so that it's just very, very for me, very usable. So let's see. Savage says, I like soy, but I only use it as a condiment on sushi. That's all right. Otherwise, it's an ingredient. I say B-ish. Oh, okay. Now we're drifting into A territory.
But
Two S's, two A's, and a B.
did you also see the Gator weighed in with a soy sauce is a low B, high
Oh,
C
eek.
for
All
him.
right. Well, let's see. If we
So
go with the
S S
B's,
A A B B. We've got an A. That's an A.
yeah, I think it lands an A for sure. All
Okay.
right. So we're
All
going to
right.
go ahead and put soy sauce. It's our first A tier condiment on this list.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to go with chocolate sauce next. Is chocolate sauce a condiment? I say it is because ice cream, other things. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging. I am not judging anything. You know what?
I saw
It
those
goes really.
eyes.
Do you know what goes really well on
Tell me.
pancakes?
Oh, never done that.
Now you know. I will say, and yeah, you can get your. Of course, you did ready.
Okay.
I am. I'm okay with the Hershey's chocolate syrup. I make my
Yep.
own chocolate syrup.
Okay.
because it's better.
Right.
Like it
And it
doesn't
doesn't
have
have
all
to
the
be
plastic
Hershey's.
stuff.
It's just chocolate syrup in general.
Okay, yeah.
I was looking for an image that people could recognize.
Okay. I would say chocolate syrup is an A for me.
Okay.
Um, like I like regular like Breyer's natural vanilla ice cream, but I will only eat it if there's chocolate sauce on it. I need it to not be just plain vanilla.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
I understand that. Yeah. All
So
right. So we
I'm
have
gonna
an
say A.
A, and our friend Angie comes in with an A as well. She says, I
Woo!
make chocolate egg creams with chocolate syrup.
I'm
So
what is
A.
a chocolate egg cream? I want to know because that sounds delicious. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I think I know what it is, but I'll let Angie tell us because if I'm wrong, I don't want to be embarrassed. So for me, chocolate syrup is also an A tier condiment.
All
So
right,
so far
three
we
A's.
have 3 A's. We'll give folks an opportunity to weigh in. Captain Sparkle Pants can't seem to decide to use letters. Let's see. C. Okay, there it is. So we have a C against 3 A's.
Three
We'll
A's in the
see if
C. All right.
anyone else is going to vote in
Back to the
5,
difference.
4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1. All right. It looks like we're going to end up with chocolate sauce also in A tier.
A
So it
tier.
joins soy sauce.
All right.
How
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, we'll take that. All right,
I'll
there you
take it.
go. Still no S's. We haven't gotten a pure S yet. So speaking of S, let's go with sriracha. Where does sriracha land as a condiment for you?
I don't use sriracha a whole lot
Okay.
uh, as a condiment. I use it as ingredient a lot. For me, I'm going to go with sriracha's a B,
A
probably a
B?
B.
Okay. Yeah, sriracha for me is good. I don't use it as often as I use other sauces. So for me, it's a C. So we have a B, a C. Captain Sparkle Pants weigh in with an S, and
Multiple
good old
times.
Gator with an A,
All right, I gotta write
and
these down, man.
Savage
I'm
coming in with a
lost.
C. So we're waiting to see if we're going to get oh, here comes Angie. Oh, it's a D. Whoa, we are all over the map on this one.
Okay, so I said B.
C.
You said C. Captain
Kevin
Sparkle
Sparkle Fan
Pants.
said S 3 times, but he's getting 1 vote.
An
Gator
A.
says A.
Savage
Savage is a
says
C,
C.
and Angie is a D.
Dang.
Dang,
So
Sriracha not feeling the love.
this is going to be, it looks like, so we've got one B, two C's, an S, an A, and a D. It's a whole, like,
At
I,
best a B.
at best a B. It's a
I would
low
even
B,
say
high
maybe a
C.
C. Yeah. I think we're going to give it its own spot in C.
Oh, I feel sad for Sriracha. Not
Yeah,
sad enough to eat it, but, sad.
that's all right. So Sriracha gets the C tier treatment in the ranking. We're going to have to do this with other foods in future episodes. All right. Arby's horsey sauce is next. I'm a big fan. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to just weigh in right now first. This is for me an S tier condiment. I love horsey sauce. I love horseradish in general, but I'm talking specifically about Arby's horsey sauce if people have had it. So,
Okay. It's a D.
no judgment.
It's a straight D for me.
It's a
I
straight D.
can't.
Okay. So we're
I
on both
can't.
ends of the spectrum. Let's see what happens in between if anybody's
Disgusting. I
else
hate
has had it.
horseradish.
All right. Let's see. All right. Angie says, I like mustard on my pretzels and hot dogs. I don't know what that Arby's sauce is. Okay. So, and that's fair. That's fair. It's
It's like
basically a horseradish based sauce.
yeah,
And it's particular to Arby's. They call it horsey sauce. So
yeah.
we're still split.
Still split. So an A and a D. I'm writing it down so that we can keep track.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So A and D.
Savage also sharing. I don't really remember what it tastes like, so I understand that completely.
Yeah, that's a little bit. It's kind of a niche condiment.
It is. It tastes like horseradish. I'm just kidding. So I'm just teasing Savage. Oh, Arby's sauce is D. But are we talking their barbecue or their regular sauce or their horsey sauce or all of their sauce?
Gator says B though.
Okay, so we have a B, an S, a D, and Captain Sparkle Pants says, I just want to make sure he's talking about horsey sauce.
Are you talking about barbecue sauce or horseradish sauce?
You got to say horsey.
Horsey sauce. Captain Sparkle Pants is not responding. We'll just say that he's meaning
D.
the
Okay.
horseradish sauce.
So we have two
and that's a
D's,
D.
a B, and an S. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go at, yeah, I'm thinking
That's a C at best.
at best.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's going to go into C
Into
territory.
C.
All right, maybe we don't like condiments. So all right, regular old mayonnaise. Where does mayo land on the condiment chart according to those of us who are participating? Susan, we'll start with you.
I'll go with B.
B, okay. That's a good place
I
to
like
start.
I like a Miracle Whip. Thanks. I use it in a lot of salads. Like, potato salad and pea salad
Well, sure, of
and
course.
like that, and I would use it on sandwiches as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I use
actually,
it.
I'm sorry.
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to change mine to A. I'm going to make my mayonnaise an A. Because I do actually, I was thinking about it. I do use it in more stuff than I'm remembering.
Got it. Okay. So you've got an A. Angie has weighed in with a B. She uses it on her BLTs or tuna,
heck
as
yeah.
do I. And Captain Sparkle Pants, mayo is A because of the moisture and fry component. That's an interesting point. Savage doesn't even want it on the chart. She gives it an F. So we'll take it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to write that. The lowest that we've got is a D. So
for me, it's a B. And not for any other reason other than it's for me just average, but I use it all the time. Sandwiches, tuna, it just doesn't rise above the utility use that mayo is, right?
Yeah.
And so where are we at then? We'll count Savage's F as a pull down
as a D
of the overall score.
We're at a C. Straight C.
Straight C. All right.
That doesn't seem right. Yeah, that is. Yeah, straight C.
Oh,
pardon me. Actually,
Gator coming in at the last second with an S.
Last second.
Does it change anything?
Actually, yeah, it does bring it up. It does bring it up to a. Let's see. Hang on. So here's what I've done. I've given each number, each letter a number. So S is 5. All the way down. So that makes us be at 20 points divided by 6, which is math.
That's,
I don't know, almost 4. So that's it. That's A.
A, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's
it's like a
20 divided by 6 of us.
Yeah, so it's like a 3.333. So are we rounding up or are we rounding down?
I think we're going to B. We're going to go to B.
Put it as a B.
Yeah,
fine.
That's the best it's going to get is a B.
Yeah, beforehand it was indeed a B, and I just miss. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we have to give that F its due weight because even though it's not on the chart, it was an honest assessment by one of our viewers. So
our dear friends. Yes.
All right, there we go. So honey mustard.
F. D. As low as you can get.
You're like
honey
H.
mustard. Honey mustard can F right off.
All right. Honey mustard for me is a strong A. So we have an A and an F. Let's see what our viewers are going to come in with.
I have to say D because and to be fair, I'm not a super big fan of mustard.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Like
we've got
plain yellow mustard.
Right. Gotcha. All right. How did I not put mustard on here? Okay, honey mustard comes in with a D from Angie, an A from Savage, and Captain Sparkle Pants. I don't have a letter, which has been the pattern tonight. Gator with an
Give us
A.
a letter. He's not answering. Okay. Let's see. 12, 13, 14. I can't. Okay. There we go.
So what do we end up with?
So he said a C,
All
which is
right.
3. So 12, 15, 16, 17 divided by 6.
That's two.
It's a
That's a
C.
C. Yeah,
That's a
that's a
C.
C tier. All right. So far, so good. No S's tonight. The last item on the
Mm-mm.
chart is inspired by Nurse Hot Stuff herself because she thinks butter is a condiment. Now, I understand butter can be used on things, but Susan, you have to explain why I decided to put butter. I thought you'd be a little more enthused about that, but
I am.
um,
I am containing my excitement barely.
why?
Barely.
Why? Please explain to our lovely friends why butter, in your
Butter,
opinion, is a what? Explain what you put it on.
everything. Butter is an S tier for me. Because let me tell you, what goes with butter? Everything. You put it on potatoes. All right. You could put it on in your gravies. You could put it on spaghetti. You could put it on beans. You could put it on bread, just plain bread, not toasted bread. You could put it on
Just as a
toasted bread too.
topping.
Pancakes, waffles, French toast, all those things we were talking about earlier. Let's see what else. You can make compound butter and then put it on your you could put it on your steak or
Yep.
your burger. Let's see what else. Everything.
Yeah. It's
Everything.
getting some
And
love. We have probably what's going to end up as our first S tier because we have you at an S. Angie says A. I'm going to say A. Captain Sparkle Pants says S tier.
heck
I'm
yeah.
going to read Gator's Butter Baby as an
Butter, baby.
S, probably, but I'll let him correct me if I'm wrong.
S for butter.
Oh, S
Forget
for
the
butter,
A.
Angie says. Oh, we
Woo!
have an S. Okay, another vote. I put it in everything myself. Everything that
Everything.
starts with B is better. Gator, I like it from the wrapper like it's a candy bar.
There is okay. If you ever have the chance to be in the same space as my mother, she will tell you the story of how I used to get in the fridge when I was a young child. She would tie the refrigerator shut with rope until I figured out how to untie the knot. And then they used a bungee cord, which I could never figure out. But because I would go in the fridge and get sticks of butter and go sit down and watch my Saturday morning cartoons, and I would sit there with a stick of butter, just eating it out of the butter. So
I think it's fair
yeah,
to say that butter is going to be our S tier result for this round of
I
food tier ranking.
there's
So,
only one A. Only one A. Everybody
yeah,
else was S. And that
yeah,
one A person
was
has
me.
never had butter on beans.
I have not because it doesn't
Or
belong on
spaghetti, I
things.
bet you.
Oh, yeah, well, butter garlic is my
N-
go-to for
No
spaghetti. So,
butter.
yeah,
No, I mean like I get you have a regular red sauce spaghetti
no,
and you put a piece of butter on
no,
top of it.
no, you're wrong. So, that is
Try it.
just not a thing. It
Try
should
it.
not be a thing. So,
Try it. You might
all
like it.
right. Well, thank you all for participating. If you think we should do more of these food tier rankings as part of our shows, let us know in the chat right now. Is this something you'd like to see continually on our show? This show is not just about Susan and I, it's about all of you being
Yes.
part of the process. So if I get 2 yes votes from those watching tonight, we will continue to make this a regular segment. Oh, we got one, Captain Sparkle Pants coming in with the
Yeah.
yes. I was waiting for him to put an S just to be counter to.
S tier. This tier ranking system is S tier.
All right, we've got our votes in. So yeah, we will continue this tier ranking process for future episodes. So
and I want to say really quick, Angie, when Cabot Sparkle Pants said that you were wrong, he was meaning your A was wrong. It should have been an S. So he was teasing, I think.
got it.
But that's why he put the little heart afterwards because he was like, I'm just teasing. Um, Yeah,
All
A
right.
tier butter.
So we will
I haven't even
continue
had
with
butter.
this adventure in ranking food. So we'll make that a regular segment here and there throughout the next few weeks
Heck
and
yeah.
over the life of the show. All right, so we have gone for quite a bit. So we're going to run through a
Woo!
couple of things real quick before we land the plane tonight. You have a word for us that is actually I'm very excited about. What term are you going to teach us this week, Susan?
So the word
Let
of the
me get
week,
the banner up.
the word of the week is something that actually, when I was doing research about it, it was hard to nail down exactly what it is, because there are many different versions of it, if you will.
Ah,
Um, so the word of the week is sofrito.
ah,
Um, and it is defined as a Latin American, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, Mediterranean. I mean, across the board, every culture has its own version of it. So the actual definition is really vague. So it says it typically consists of aromatic ingredients cut into small pieces and sautéed or braised in cooking oil for a long period of time over low heat. So kind of like confit essentially.
mm,
Um so like for example the onion, garlic, and peppers is usually in Spain. Garlic, onions, and olive oil. Italian cuisine uses onions, carrots, and celery. um and then shallots, leeks, garlic, what have you.
sure.
Sweet chili is also sometimes added in. um it is a condiment of
Yeah,
sorts, because
excellent.
you end up using it as a base for things like stews and soups. You can put just keep it like that and put chorizo in it, and you can put rice in it, and you have a dish. Like, it's versatile and it's delicious.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Tostado.
Well, there you go. Sofrito is the cooking term of the week or food related term of the week. So thank you,
Yes.
Susan, for
Thank you.
bringing that to us. We're going to go through our taste of the good life segment pretty quickly because we want to make sure we get everything in this week.
Mhm.
I just wanted to share, Susan, that you and I have decided that, along with a very dear friend of ours, Rika, that our healthy decision going forward for the long term is we're going to start running. And so we are set up for some races that we're going to partake in.
We are.
I'm going to be doing my very first 5K of this new adventure of being healthier on Thanksgiving morning.
It's going to
But
be
you and
awesome.
I are actually signed up for a pretty cool one in January. You want to talk about that for a bit?
Sure thing. So we are signed up for actually a 10K,
Yep.
January 25th, I believe it is.
Yep.
Um, it is the hot chocolate run in, I
Yeah.
believe it's Houston also. So the
Houston, Texas.
really great thing about, okay, so if you've ever done any kind of running in any like length times, like marathons or 5Ks, what have you, typically the end of the race you are exhausted, and there's a lot of people hanging out, vendors who are giving you stuff for free because you ran it. There's some that give coffee, there's some that give beer, there's some that give, I don't know, sausage. This one will give you hot chocolate because
I want the sausage run.
hot chocolate. So I'll tell you about that later. Um, but I'll tell you for sure. The other thing that I really like about it is you always get a T-shirt. You always get like a
Right.
"Hey, I ran in this marathon" or what have you. The hot chocolate run is not giving T-shirts. They're giving like fleece jackets, which, if you know me, I love sweaters and jackets.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to it.
absolutely.
Um, yeah,
So Houston, Texas, January 25th, 2025. By then, we will be ready for a 10K. That is the
heck
goal.
yeah, heck
And
yeah.
yeah, we got some other races going on. So as the months progress, we'll
Hmm.
keep you guys posted as to what events we'll be at, and who knows, maybe we'll end up somewhere in your town and doing some running. So
You can bring a
yeah,
sausage.
it's time to take all of this progress that we've made so far and parlay it into something long term. And
Yes.
it's gonna be fun. We'll talk more about what the long term looks like in future episodes. All right. So we have decided to use this platform for many reasons to inspire
Yes.
people to take good care of themselves, to learn about food and share our passion for food and all that it can do for us in our lives. I want to also remind folks that there is a fantastic thing we're trying to do here in conjunction with Animal Care Services here in San Antonio, and that is that we're going to feature a pet that is up for adoption and hopefully encourage folks to take a look and perhaps open their homes to a pet in need. So, Susan, if you would, who
Yes.
is our pet of the week, our
That's
adoptee of the week who's available over at Animal Care Services?
Okay, let me get that up here. Gotta present a screen share of this is Noodles. Everybody loves Noodles.
Noodle
Dan
Girl.
Noodles,
Oh,
especially.
what a beautiful cat.
So this is Noodles. He is a black and white neutered male, about a year old. He is at he's being fostered currently, so he's not at ACS right this minute. But if you are interested in meeting him, you can reach out and click the link here on Animal Care Services. They can get you in contact with a foster parent of this fluffy buddy, and you can meet him, and
Yeah.
maybe he's going to be your new best friend. So definitely reach out if and his name is Noodles. That's great.
That's great. Absolutely. No, Susan, thank you so much for doing the footwork on these. And I hope we can get Austin looped in as well for those who are in your area. And, guys, again, as we work through the logistics of this show and what it's going to be about and how it's going to move forward, we always want you as viewers to feel like you're part of the process. So if you feel like there's a way
Yes.
for us to research and perhaps feature an adoptee cat, dog, pet in your area, you can reach out to us through our social media as
Mhm.
well as our email. You can find us at atasteofthefoodlife@gmail.com. Atasteofthefoodlife@gmail.com. So drop us a note. Let us know, hey, go check out this site and see if perhaps we can utilize it to promote some a pet in need in your
Yes.
area. So yeah, please reach out to us.
Close that. Yes.
All right.
And go check
Well,
out Noodle.
yeah, Noodles is very, very, very handsome, and so I want to go meet Noodles now. So, um,
Dang it.
no, we're gonna get these cats and dogs adopted. Hopefully, that's our hope. All
Yes.
right. Well, it's almost time to land the plane. We do have one more thing, but before we get to it, I just want to remind everybody where you can find us on our social media. Make sure you check out our Instagram, A Taste of the Food Life. We have begun
Mhm.
posting there. We are on TikTok as well. A Taste of the Food Life Pod is where you can find us on TikTok. And we are looking forward to creating more and more content as time goes on.
Yes.
For both of those mediums. So Instagram and TikTok is where you can find us for our social media. Suzer Bruiser, where can they find you out in the world of the interwebs?
Well, Suzer Bruiser is one of my handles. You can find me there on Twitter, X, whatever, as at Suzer Bruiser. If you're following me on Facebook, I'm just Susan Chisholm. And then if you happen to be in the market for some hot sauces, you can find me at Nurse Hot Stuff Designs at .etsy.com.
And I can vouch for those hot sauces. They are amazing. So, and the hot jellies. So
yes, hot jams and jellies.
Indeed. So check that out. You can find me on the interwebs at Twitter, X, whatever. I am the Sexy Potato. As well as on Instagram, I am Sergio the Sexy Potato on Instagram and TikTok the Sexy Potato as well, because I'm still shaped like one. So we are now going to view our TikTok of the week, and selfishly, Susan, we're going to share our very first one for A Taste of the Food Life. So if you've seen it, great. If you haven't, welcome. This is the debut on our show of our very first TikTok ever. So here we go. When you're in the mood for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you get over to San Antonio's only PB&J shop, PB&J with Tay.
Here you can see me having the Make My Tay. It's got peanut butter, cream cheese, bacon, and of course your choice of jelly. And it is so delicious. It hits you right spot.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it was the hearty peanut butter and jelly, also some almond butter, walnuts, and so many other great things. I had them add an egg to it because why not?
And then, of course, the banana pudding. It's provided by Grandma's Banana Pudding. They were the first place winner at the San Antonio Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off back in 2022. And let me tell you, this is so delicious. You can see the little happy dance. Oh, yeah, so good.
In fact, it was so good I decided to make an executive decision and take it away from the executive producer.
That was not cool, by the way. How dare you?
Yeah, well, best part was we got to hang out with our friend and owner Jeremiah Burns. Check him out, PB&J with Tay. All right, well there you go. We are officially
official.
officially on TikTok. So once again, you can find us at A Taste of the Food Life Pod on TikTok, and if it goes anything like that last experience, it's going to take us a while because we did about 27 takes, I think, before we were done.
Listen, voiceovers are hard.
They are. They're very difficult. Yeah.
Voiceovers are hard.
But it was a lot of fun. Want to say thank you to our friend Jeremiah Burns, owner and proprietor of PB&J with Tay. We were so happy to finally get to visit him again, and just an amazing individual who has an amazing heart. One of the things that I'm inspired to do as a result of our friendship with Jeremiah is he does a lot to feature restaurants in need here in the San Antonio area and the surrounding area. And so going forward, one of the things I'm working on is bringing just a quick glimpse week to week to encourage folks to support local. And we encourage you to do the same in your area. Find that restaurant that needs, a little bit of a boost. Go check out their food, check out their passion for service, and let's keep those places open because there's families behind them and good people. So, Susan, I think that's something we can both be excited about.
Heck yeah. The food made by somebody like one-on-one. That's amazing. Definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely. So we'll look forward to that. Well, Susan, as always, it has been a fantastic time. Thank you for all that you bring to this experience. I'm looking forward to next week already.
Me too.
Absolutely. All right. To all of you watching, we thank you so much for being here week to week. We look forward to seeing you again next week as we continue this journey. So take good care of yourself, eat well, love one another, and don't forget, you are awesome. You're amazing. And the world's a better place because you are in it. We'll see you next time on A Taste of the Food Life. Good night, everybody.
Good night.